An Uber driver in the Denver, Colorado area has been arrested after he picked up a client, dropped him off at the airport, and then proceeded to attempt to burglarize the client's home.
Damn.
This is Gerald Montgomery. He's a very classy fellow. We have his mugshot. Apparently he was trying to bust into the home, but he didn't realize that just because he dropped someone off doesn't mean that there isn't someone else still in the house.
Oops.
So he got caught. According to the Denver police report, Montgomery tried to break into the home through a back door but was unsuccessful. He fled when someone inside noticed him. Montgomery passed full criminal and driver history background checks before becoming an Uber driver, including a 3-step screening that includes county, federal, and multi-state checks. And that's according to Uber. They're like, no, come on, we do background checks. We couldn't have seen this coming. Maybe that's true. And I don't think that this is a problem that could only be unique to Uber. If a burglar knows that you're not home, they're going to try to burglarize you, regardless of where they work.
Yeah. So first of all, you said he's not classy. That's true. He was trying to break into somebody's house. But I actually thought that was a really good mugshot. His hair is combed. He looks good. Good on him for being presentable while getting arrested.
All he needs is that cool jacket you're wearing.
Yeah, and then he's all set. He's straight out of the 70s or 80s. Okay. Anyway, now on to the real thing. I know everybody's panicked. Oh my God, if Uber picks you up from your house, they're going to know you're not at home. But I got news for you. The cab driver would know the same exact thing. So it's not like this is a new thing that's, oh my God, Uber. It's all Uber's fault, right? So, look, I have to confess that I kind of like Uber, and so I'm slightly biased. Every time I've used it, it's been significantly cheaper than a cab and significantly more convenient. So that's my bias. But having said that, look, they do ask for 3-step screening, federal and multi-state checks. They want a full criminal and driving history. Okay, nobody's perfect. Yeah, of course there's going to be criminals that get past that screening process anyway, but there's no cabbie in the country that's a criminal. There's nobody from Lyft that's a criminal. There's nobody in other aspects of lives that are criminals or that might see you leaving your house and then try to break into it. So, I mean, Uber can't be responsible for all the drivers that they employ, period, because if you are a company and they're not technically employed, by the way, they're contractors, a company that employs that many people you're going to have bad apples. There's no way around it.
I've had a lot of negative experiences with Uber as of late. They have a lot of drivers, at least from my experience in the Los Angeles area, that are super questionable. One guy was definitely drunk. He was driving extremely slowly, and he was swerving out of the lane. I had to stop him and get out and then walk the rest of the way to the venue I was going to. Just last week, an Uber called me before he was going to pick me up, and he was like, "Where are you going? Why are you going?" They're asking me questions, like interrogating me. And then when I tried to cancel it, he started yelling at me and told me that, oh, well, I'm going to charge you for this ride anyway, which he can't do because I never stepped foot in his car. So they need to be better. I don't know if their screening method is really what they say it is, but it needs to be a little more thorough.
So look, to the people on the side of the taxis, they say they're at least licensed, right? Now the flip side to that is, okay, I mean, I don't know, do they can get licensed and still drink and get into a cab? I mean, licensing is something you do before, not after. You see what I'm saying? So you can still have bad apples. I mean, look, I remember the story of a Turkish cab driver in New York that decided there was too much traffic and drove on the sidewalk. And I mean, it sounds like a funny story. It's not. He wound up killing a couple of people, okay? So, all cabbies, it's all cab companies' faults. Look, Uber's not a sponsor. They're not my uncle. I told you whatever little bias that I have here, but at least Uber has a rating system so that you can see what the rating is. The app allows for that. Taxis don't have rating systems. You don't know if the cab driver is going to be a douche or not a douche.
They usually are douches.
Okay, all right. So
even at 100.
Yeah, and so if you want to take precautions, and a lot of people now get picked up from somewhere else, not at their house, to avoid these kind of problems, great, that makes sense. No, I don't know that I'm going to do that, but I might, right? And I like that when people are trying to be safe. But at the same time, Uber can't be responsible for all the nut jobs in the world. It reminds me when people were flipping out over the Craigslist killer. Oh my God, it's a Craigslist killer! It doesn't mean everybody on Craigslist is a killer. It's just Craigslist is a thing that humans use now. And there are some humans who are killers, so they go on Craigslist and find people to kill on there. Like in the old days, you would have been like, the Yellow Pages killer. Okay, I don't know. He found your name in the yellow pages. So this guy is a douche and he worked for Uber.